Hey, Olivia. It's your father. I'll be honest, right now it feels weird putting this message together for you. There might be a couple of things that seem a little off with the video, but just work with it, okay? But, how do I put this? There are things going on right now. Some of it is personal emergencies, some that include our family, some that are some of these thoughts are just the result of movies I've seen recently that but essentially it all is coming together to where it got me thinking about the type of man I wanted to try to be for when you're finally here. Now I want to address real quick that this is a message seen for you. Why is it that I decided to publish it to the public like I did? It's my way of making sure it lives on long enough to stick around just for you. And there's also a couple other things that this video might serve purpose for. And to where I honestly don't know if they'll work unless I try. But like I said, it feels weird doing this because technically you're not here in this world yet. If you are, well, let's just say it's highly unlikely that's the case. But if it was, someone would have something serious explaining to do. I'm hoping that nothing happens to where I can still be around for you when the time comes. I'm not saying that I'm going to go anywhere. I'm going to do my very best to be the father and the type of man you deserve to have in your life, in hopes that you won't have anything come to hurt you. Sorry, that's the neighbors. But I just wanted to get this together because, like I said, things have been going down to where I've been thinking about you a lot more. Part of it is because of all the tricks I've learned over the years in order to try to understand how I was able to meet you in the first place. All of them seem to indicate you're almost here. It's almost time. I'm hoping that nothing has happened between us to where you doubt how much I care about you, how much I love you. And if it is, if it has, because I know I probably won't be perfect. I acknowledge that. But you have to understand how long I've been waiting for you. Before you were even born, you've helped save my life numerous times. And it was because of you that I was able to get a glimpse into the powers to be, the powers that basically make up the entire universe, that humans as a whole have been searching for since the dawn of our existence. Yeah, this is going to sound like some cheesy line that every father should tell their little girls, but you have been an angel to me. You were literally shown to me by someone who is considered one of the most powerful beings out there. And some people try to say that it's some form of trickery, there's some evil force that showed you to me in order to get me to side with them. If they bother you, don't listen to them. Chances are those people have no idea how these things really work. But either way, you saved my life. And I'm going to be straightforward with you. And if you're the emotional type, get some tissues or something, because this might be a real tearjerker. When I was about 12 years old, there were some things going on in my life that made me contemplate taking my own life. I tried to kill myself. I did kill myself. But something that so far I've only been able to explain its divine intervention helped bring me back. And in the process of doing so, they introduced me to you. There was a man who came in this bright blue light, and I couldn't really make out a lot of details of what it looked like. I don't know if it was just something from my eyes adjusting or what, but he looked blurry. But all I could really tell is that he had long brown hair and wore kind of like a white robe type of thing. He approaches me and says, Dakota, there's someone here to see you. He steps aside and you were there with him. You were just bawling your eyes out. He ran up to me, gave me a hug, and said, Daddy, please don't do it. And I have been chasing every possible lead I could get in order to try to understand why. Listen, I'll be honest. One of my biggest fears in this life was becoming like my father, your grandfather, who currently sits in a jail cell down in Texas because of what he did to one of your aunts. I honestly don't want to go into a lot of detail about that right now. Chances are by the time you're around, he won't be. And like you've shown me, there's powers in this world and worlds beyond that defy every rule, every sense of logic, everything that society has established. You showed me there were these greater things. Some of these were some of the most beautiful, and some of these were some of the most horrific. And I think it's safe to say that how you showed yourself to me way before you were even born, way before your mom was carrying you around in her stomach. How you showed yourself to me, I guess it's safe to say that you have my talent of taking things to the very extreme. And I don't know if that's something I should be proud of, because honestly the thought of it and what everything I have learned about our situation entails scares the shit out of me. And that one time with that man I just mentioned, it wasn't the only time I saw you. I was able to see you over and over again. And during times when those thoughts of ending my own life started to come back to me, there was times where I was on the verge of death, not because of something I did, but because something happened to where, let's see, for one example, I know I'm kind of rambling here, but one incident there was where I went into organ failure, and I was able to see you. Quick glimpse, because it seems like the place you were at, the place where I met you, time flows different. But anyway, there was a situation where I got into a car accident, and just before the pickup truck hit me, I heard you scream, "Daddy, look out." Then, safe to say, that truck hit me hard enough to where I died briefly. And I saw my grandpa on the other side in that blue light where I saw you. Heaven is real. You showed me that. Heaven, hell, it's all real. You're the reason why I became like this. I've done my best to try to help as many people, because there was an incident where you and my grandfather that I just mentioned appeared to me when I was in Paris. And you told me that you weren't going to be able to come around as much because your mom was about to enter my life. And to be honest, I'm still have no clue who she is. Some recent events came forward to where it looks like I might have a solid lead, more so than anything else I've been able to come up with, but I won't know for sure until the day you're born. I won't know for sure unless something happens to your mother and she's able to tell me that she saw you as well. Because it seems like the only other people who have been able to see you, to interact with you, were people in our family who were close enough to dying or died already. I know there's been incidents where you tried to warn me, "No, Daddy, that's not Mommy. No, Daddy, that's not Mommy." You tried to give me a heads up. And I didn't really pay attention to you. I'm sorry about that. But it became clear to me that because of how you came forward to me, you weren't going to be just any normal kid. You were going to be like me. You're going to be interested in things. You're going to be seeing things that are going to make you feel like a freak. You're going to feel like you don't belong, that you're different. And I don't want to say that well, no, you're not a freak, but I'm not going to sit here and lie and tell you you're not going to be different. You're going to be capable of things that very few people are able to do. And I can do my best to show you all my tricks. I'll probably have a few more, alright, by the time you finally come around. But I'm hoping, if you decide to follow the same path I did, honestly, I wouldn't recommend it, but that's going to be your choice. I only have two hopes for us, for you and me. I hope that I'm able to be the best father I can be for you, to be there for you through every little and big thing that comes our way. I'm hoping that I can do the same for your mother. Be the type of man that she deserves. I'm hoping that I do something right to where you don't allow some of the bad things that have happened to our family to repeat. And there's going to be some nasty shit. Just had to help deal with a situation with one of your aunts, one of my sisters. And trust me, you'll see why that's a touchy subject yourself. I have no doubt about it. I love you, baby girl. And because of you, I had motivation. Please tell me that was not just a gunshot. Sorry. Because of you, I had motivation to chase after the things I've wanted. I've been able to meet personally many of my own heroes. Some of them are from the movies that I mentioned earlier. The main reason they got me to thinking about the type of father I was going to be for you is because they were films that basically focused on the passing of generations. Being able to move on, being able to become something more, to create something better. I honestly don't know any other way to say it. I have written about you in so many of my books. I have dreamt about you. I still dream about you. And sometimes I have to wonder if it's because my head realizes that you're around. You're visiting me during times where I'm not able to see you. Our souls are entangled in ways that defy the very laws of the universe as some of the most brilliant scientists know them today. And even though, as I've gone through my journey that so far has taken me through much of the northern hemisphere of the world, I mean, I have searched, like I said, you came to me when I was in Paris. I have been through China, Italy, I've been through the Netherlands, Vatican City, I was in Thailand, Southeast Asia, I made it to Ireland, Scotland. Made it to all these places. I've got businesses set up on both coasts of the United States and overseas, trying to build something for myself so I can try to bring you the best possible life because you saved mine. And yes, I've met some wonderful people who I pray to every possible God or angel out there that you get to meet yourself one day, or have people like them come into your life and influence you like my friends did with me. And I know I've probably mistreated some of them in ways. I probably said things I shouldn't have and let myself get attached in ways I shouldn't have. But it's what it is. You have been the source of the most incredible journey I have ever had. You helped me become the man I am. You're not even around. So I already know for a fact that once you're around, it's going to change everything. I'm scared and I'm nervous, but I'm excited. And if by any chance your mother sees this, whether after you're born and we're a family, or if she sees this shortly after I put this up, come forward if you can. I'll hear you out. Because Olivia, I will admit, there are things about you. I've told this story several times in order to try to help others, to try to help people escape the same things I did. To get them to think that maybe something better is out there, like you did for me. But I've kept certain details to myself that I haven't even told some of my best friends in order to find out if the woman that I come to love, the woman who, God bless her soul, crazy enough to fall in love with me and help bring you into this life. So I know she's real, basically. Like I said, there's a new lead. I think I finally found her, and she may have been someone I've known for a while. Apparently had feelings for me, but there was things going on that that became my main focus when they probably shouldn't have, because there was nothing I could do. Now, I've kind of jumbled around a lot in this video, but I just want you to know this. No matter what happens, no matter what others tell you, I want you to know these things. Magic is real. Once you come around, I'm going to try to show you a few tricks of my own, to where if for some reason, knock on wood, something happens to me to where I can't be around physically for you, you can still call upon me if you ever needed me. And I'm going to need your help should that day come. You and your mother's help, and see if it works. Do you see if somehow I'm able to come back? I have a few different plans set in motion. And if it works, we're going to change everything. Religion, science. Because part of what I've been doing is try to lay the groundwork between science and the paranormal, the supernatural, magic, whatever you want to label it. Lay the groundwork to bridge the two, so we can change the very foundations that our society has been built on, and maybe provide a grander understanding of why our universe exists the way it is and what makes it all happen. The human race isn't as special as it thinks it is, but we have the capability to make something of ourselves. I said it before and I'll say it again. You showed me that. And I hope with all my heart that you will continue that trend. In the end, it's going to be up to you how you want to live your life. I pray that you're able to find a journey like I did, to see the world, to try to understand why people act the way they do, why the world acts the way it does. I want you to find love. You're going to experience heartbreak. You are going to experience sadness. You might even have your own life be put on the line quite a few times. I know that for a fact, because you already act like you're just like me. But I pray that you're able to find some way to channel all that to do some good, to keep it going. Because in my search to try to help others so I can be ready for whatever happens to bring you and your mother into my life, I've helped save the lives, in the last I checked, of over 80,000 people. That number continues to climb. It was a little different for everyone. Some, they just heard my stories. Some became affected by the influences that I've put out in order to put the thought in their head to reach out for help. Some of them, I personally put my own life on the line to try to save. Every story is a little different. Some I've had to partner up with. And it's been an amazing ride. And I know for a fact that by the time you come into my life, I'm going to have no excuse to stop. I know for a fact that you're going to keep life interesting and maybe show things that you've been trying to show me all along. End up teaching me as much as I hope to be able to teach you. So, Miss Olivia Hope, I want you to know this. I love you. I love you with every part of my mind, body, and soul. I love you from the dawn to the ends of time, from beyond worlds that would melt the brains of everyone who isn't like us. I love you in words that I cannot describe. Should there be any indications where you have siblings, I'll try to make sure I make something just for them too. So don't you start thinking that you're too special, alright? I love you, Olivia Hope. I hope you still like that name. And I hope your mother agrees with it, so we don't have to do any awkward exchanges, because I've already set myself on it. And if she's watching this with you, or for some reason already sees it, and you haven't come into our lives yet, come find me. I'm a 6'7", over 300-pound dude. I'm not that hard to find.